Mike and Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the Judge by Rebel Bag Company. Let's go and dive in, break these bags down. We'll start with materials as always. Slow side, this is a hybrid material. Same slow side that you find on the Viper R, the Swag Bags Chaos, Lucky Bags, Pro Sniper Elites, the True Cornhole Aftershock, the Reynolds Thunder, AAR Ripper, Cornhole Coastal Fear. It's a 5.5, 6 speed. It plays a little faster new, 6, maybe up to a 7 brand new, but once it starts to break in, softens up, it really gets down to that 5.5, 6 speed. It's got control, but still very hole-friendly for the control you have with it. Very versatile material. It's a very popular material. If you've thrown a hybrid style bag, you throw a hybrid bag for a time, you've probably thrown this material. So 5.5, 6 speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is the same fast side that you find on the B3 Ranger, Coyote, Fatal, the Cornhole Coastal Creature Fear, Big Mac bags, whatever, the BG Witcher. It's very similar, but not quite the same as that Pro Sniper Viper fast side. Still plays a 9 speed, same as that material, but it's a little softer than that material. I like this material better. It's plenty fast enough for sliding the board in conditions, pushing through blocks, cleaning up messes, blowing up piles. So we're looking at a 5.5, 6 on the slow, 9 on the fast side of this bag. It's the exact same material combination that you find on the Cornhole Coastal Fear. So if you're throwing that bag, that's the materials you got here. Template-wise, this is a medium template bag, medium amount of fill, gives you just a medium amount of flop, so it is not overly floppy, but it's not overly full as well, so it falls right down that sweet spot. If you like to throw a floppy bag, you can throw this. If you like to throw a fuller bag, you can still throw this. It kind of fits a wide range of play styles or players' preferences out there. Really like the template and amount of fill that Rebel put in this bag. They also put a mixed fill in here. I love the fill because it has that forgiveness on the landing that you get with that flatter fill, which means if you don't throw the perfectly flat bag, it's still not going to punish you with a harsh kick. Not overly active, not overly bouncy, but it has enough movement to it that you can still shape shots. It's also very forgiving around the hole, and I talk about landing zones all the time and that rectangular box that you want to land your bag in to put it in the hole. Smaller, fuller bags have a smaller landing zone. Larger, floppier bags have a larger landing zone. This is a bigger than normal, so if you're missing left or right on your throws, as long as you can get that corner to grab, it's in grab. Pull this bag back in. The fill is very hole friendly. It's going to drip in. I love the way this bag drips in the hole. So it does a great job of just finding the hole. If you can get the bag up near the hole, it's probably going to go in for you. These bags are ACL stamped, so you play an ACL event, you can throw the Judges. Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about playability on these bags. And it's a versatile bag, right? If you want to get up there and run bags in the hole, you can do that. You can get up there, put your 4 bags in, outscore your opponent, you round around that way. You can definitely do that. No problem whatsoever. If you want to get up there and play a dirty style game, you can do that. And that's really what I like about this bag is that I can mix and match from round to round what I want to do, keep my opponent guessing, play to my opponent's weaknesses, right? If I have an opponent who plays a dirty style game, who's really good at rolling, really good at getting around congestion and messes, then I may just want to run bags and see if I can outrun bags with them and keep the board clean. I can do that. But if I get an opponent who just struggles with pushing through blockers, has a hard time, maybe they throw just one style, they've just got one bag and they can't push through, I'm going to put blockers in the way all day long, all game long, and really make them struggle. So I like to play to my opponent's weaknesses. A bag like this really gives you that ability, regardless of who your opponent is from game to game, you can change your game style. So you've got the ability to put your blockers up there with this material. You can put, your level 1, level 2, level 3 blocker. Because the bags are not super floppy, when you go to collect, they don't accordion up, right? So you can just clip a corner, catch it, and take them right in, which means you can get aggressive and put that blocker more over on your opponent's side, knowing that with your last bag, you're just coming down the middle. You catch it, pull it in. But you do have the ability to throw cuts. So if you miss your landing or get a little too aggressive, or maybe your opponent kind of bullies it a little further out of the way than what you want, you can come down with your bag, throw a cut shot, grab it, pull it back in. If you end up with the bag hanging on the side, you can come across that cut, clip it, take it in. On your side, step out, cut the other way, take it, collect it in. I didn't really have an issue with bags hanging that much, so I kind of say that if there is there, but most times if there was a bag hanging there at all, if my next bag just coming in would just hit it and pull it right in. Like I didn't have to really go after it. I don't remember having to be super aggressive going after bags. If a bag was left up near the hole, it wasn't hard to get. It just had to bump into it and get that fill moving, and it would drip right in for me. So the bags are definitely They definitely do a great job of finding that hole. If you get them up near the hole, they're probably going to go in. They're a big enough bag, like I said, that they do make a good enough blocker up there. So if you get an opponent who's not used to pushing through, this can be enough of an obstacle to cause them to possibly kick off and give you an opportunity to collect points on them there. It's also a bag that for shot shaping, cuts, rolls, flops, if you like to do that sort of stuff, you can definitely do it. Maybe not the easiest bag to do because of the flop and the forgiveness, maybe not the best, but it's still not hard. If you're average to above average in those skill sets, you can definitely do it. I had no problem throwing my cuts with this. It's not going to make those harsh, aggressive cuts. like a fuller, bouncier, stickier bag would do. But I can make enough of a cut that if I throw a blocker up there, I can cut around it, and then clean my bag up the end. Or if my opponent throws a blocker, I have the ability to cut around, right to left, left to right, however I need to do it, I can get around the bag. I've seen people be able to roll these bags, flop these bags. So it definitely gives you those options to shape shots. And as I mentioned from time to time in my reviews, if you watch my videos, I love bags that give me options. I want a bag that I always have multiple options to put bags in the hole. And I don't like it when a bag puts me in one spot. So my opponent can just throw a bag up there and they know I have to airmail, or I have to push through, or I have to back block. I want a bag that gives me options. And with this, I do, with the cuts, the rolls, the push through, it's fast enough on the fast side. You can push through and collect. And then this one I didn't mention is it's fast enough on the fast side. If you got multiple bags up there, you can push through them. You don't have to get super aggressive, try to throw super hard. Enough speed on this fast side. You can push through 2 or 3 bags and collect them. The bags fold up nicely, that they don't bunch up or clog in the holes. If you're collecting multiple bags, they'll kind of fold up and drip right in for you. So I had no problems with bags clogging up around the hole at all, which you get with a fuller, more of a stickier bag. You'll sometimes get them to clog up. This one was not an issue. So you have that ability to like I said, push through their blockers, to get around their blockers, the cuts, rolls, or flops. Obviously, you can airmail over if you want. So you just have a ton of options. It's also a good bag for blind draws, switch holios, that type of stuff. If you're playing where you get random partners, this is a bag you pull out no matter what style game you and your partner play. Even if you play opposite games, you can really do that. The one thing I'd say is sometimes you get those partners who just refuse to throw quote unquote carpet bags, and they see this and they see no design. They call this carpet. Technically, it is carpet, but it isn't carpet. Hybrid means it's part carpet, part non-carpet. So it's part polypropylene material, part polyester material. So it's a blend of the two. That's why it's a hybrid, because it's 2 different materials blended together on this. And so when you get players who refuse to throw carpet, if you can just put a bag like this in their hands and just have them throw it a few rounds, I think they're going to like it. I think they're going to be happy with it, because it does play like a non-carpet bag to those faster bag players, but it still plays like a carpet bag to carpet bag players, if that makes sense. So a bag like this is wonderful for bridging the gap between those two play styles, and you can kind of mesh together with a bag like this. So great for those random partner style tournaments that you play in, if you like to play that, especially if you like to throw carpet and you find partners who don't. Put this bag in your backpack and pull it out and say, hey, just throw it for a round or two, play it for a game. They're probably going to like it, and you can play your style of game. They can play theirs and get away with it. So overall, there's really nothing negative I'd say. I mean, this bag is just a great bag all the way around. There's no negatives, no weaknesses to it. I love the way these judges play. I highly recommend you check them out. Leads me to availability. Rebel Bag Company has a website, rebelbagco.com. As always, I'll put a link down in the description for you. The bags are $105. Free shipping over $100 with Rebel, so these are shipped free to you at $105. The rep that let me borrow these bags to the review gave me his discount code, Booker-10. So if you use that code when you check out, Booker-10, it'll save you 10% off. So you can get these bags actually for $94.50, just under $95 shipped to you. Great price, right down the middle price point for ACL stamp bag. Highly recommend checking them out. If you've thrown these judges, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What you like, what you don't like. Drop a comment down below. Always love hearing you guys' opinions. I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.